What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another Transformers review, and today we're taking a look at Victory Leo and Star Saber, and these are from the Robot Masters line of toys, which is a Japanese exclusive set of toys here. Now, if they look kind of familiar, it's because these particular versions have been knocked off by like quick change and stuff like that, and there's actually versions that can't transform properly. Yeah, I got those 2 or 3 times, I'd say, and then just finally gave up and spent the money on these guys. Do I recommend it? I don't know. Let's watch some review here, and we'll go from there. Let's start with our smallest member here. So this is actually what is known as Saber, and he's just a little tiny jet here, and you can see, really, you're not hiding the robot underneath. In this jet mode, you want these little back wings to flip out, so you got the 4 wings there like so. To transform him, super simple. We're just gonna fold up the wings here, fold these little wings up, pop this off, which is the hilt of the sword, and you just kind of have him right there, looking pretty good. Can't really complain about that. Now he has they call this like a base, but from what I recall seeing, and I haven't seen Victory very much, and I could be completely wrong, he, from what I remember, kind of like rode this thing, kind of like a space, or a flying platform type thing, I should say. I don't know, I could be wrong, maybe he didn't, and I'm just remembering things or in some kind of fever dream. I don't really quite remember. Victory is one of the ones I actually was not able to get through. Master Force just kind of killed it for me. So we're going to take this little guy and we're going to put this little hilt back on, and we'll put him back. We'll keep these folded up, and all he does is, you can see the slots right in here, and he just kind of slides right in there. Now you can see the sword blade was actually stored on the top here. You can leave that there, you can take it out. It's made of a very flexible material. You do also have this gun here, which goes to Leo, and this one for Star Saber, and there's just no place that you can put them on there. So let's talk about Victory Leo here. This guy, I feel, is your weakest part of this combination. Things here just kind of move really freely. This side is actually really stiff. This side just kind of flops around at will. But both of these have weak shoulders, so when you're trying to pose them, a lot of times you'll be messing with them and he just kind of falls down like this. It's really not good. The back here, where his feet kind of swing out like this, they should have put some kind of peg or something down here so you could peg these guys together and make them stay. Because they do like to flop around. You can just see he just face dived while I'm showing you this stuff. Really, not very good. Could use a tail. He's a lion and he has no tail. The head looks pretty good, but you can see his face right under there. This missile here does actually fire if you're interested in it. But overall, this guy is super duper frustrating. To transform this guy into his robot mode, though, is also super easy. We kind of stand him up, we pull these on down, flip these little lion legs on up, rotate his feet like so, and then we'll bring his hands down here and we'll just rotate the lion legs all the way back like that. And there you go, he's done, assuming you didn't have his legs retreat back into the lower pieces here. And we'll just take this, and you're really supposed to just kind of leave this on the back like that. And then once we have that, we can take his gun here and hand him his gun like so. And he doesn't look too bad. Now online I've seen pictures that he has a quote-unquote attack mode, which you take these off his back and just kind of strap them onto this arm here like so. Now, yeah, because he's so weak in the arms, you really can't hold him too well. Make a liar out of me, he's doing it this time, but he really, yeah, there we go, he doesn't like to. Articulation on this guy is not really too bad. You get that full range of motion to the side like this. You obviously can go 360 with a little bit of hindrance from the wings, which do fold back. You got forward and back motion on the leg, but it's kind of a little bit awkward. There's no knee, and you do get side to side, but really that looks kind of weird. The head can go up and down a little based on the joint that it's on here, but you're not getting a whole ton of articulation out of this guy. But he does look pretty good on the shelf. And if you have noticed, he's got a little Autobot logo there on the crotch, but since he splits apart right in half, it likes to split up a bit. So let's talk Star Saber here. Star Saber is the clear winner of this set of toys. He just turns out way more successful. So what we're going to start by doing is take Saber out here, and we'll just, well, let's get him going now. We're going to take the top of the jet off here, and we can flip this around, and we might as well go ahead and make his sword here. You just take it and you plug it right in here, and there we go, we got his sword. Now you're going to come back here, leave these folded up for now, fold up these two here, and then rotate this all the way around, like so. Just so he's a little block here. Now what you're going to do is come to the body here, and you just kind of unpeg the foot from the hand. You can see the little tab here. Unpeg that, and then take this hinge piece here and rotate it on up so you make his leg. Then rotate the wings on up, and then we're going to come back here, flip his feet out, and you can see he's pretty well done. We're going to take the main piece here, and he just slides right on in to the chest cavity here to form the head pretty much. We're going to flip these on out, and then what you're supposed to do is take the back here, kind of open it on up, and pull it all the way around, and it'll go right on top of the little Brain Master's head. And there we go. We've got Star Saber here. We can arm him up, of course, if you want, with his sword and his gun. And yeah, he looks pretty good. Now, the one thing to keep in mind about these guys is that they're really, really, really small. So here's these two guys. And we're going to come over here and we're going to take Last Chance from Fans Project here. You can just see the size. He's just very tiny. I've also got Orion still hanging around. You can just see just how much bigger he is. So they really don't scale very well with your classics type toys, in my opinion. Let's just look at Star Saber a little bit closer. He's got a really, really nice head sculpt, very nice paintwork done on the eyes, looks really solid. No articulation in his head. In terms of his arm motion, you've got pretty much the same thing that was happening with Code and Weird Wolf, where the way it's molded, you can't get more than just that out of it. The arms will do a 360, do have the bend at the elbow. You do have the waist rotation. When it comes to the legs, you only have a tiny, tiny bit of forward back motion, because it's entirely blocked by this hip piece here. There's no knee, so he ends up being very bricky. I really can't say that I recommend these toys, especially for the cost. Like, you know, granted, this guy costs the same as, you know, getting the two of them if you can find them on a good price. Actually, I think they were a little more expensive. But there's just no articulation on these two guys, really. They're just bricky and they don't fit in very well. So we're going to take these guys back. I'm going to put them in their individual alt modes real quick, because there's something, they have a combined alt mode that I want to show before we actually combine them. So to take these guys and to combine them in their combined vehicle mode, it's really kind of strange. We're going to take these guns off of Leo here for now, just because it's going to make our lives a little bit easier. And what we're going to do is take these and extend them on out so we can actually get them on the right angle. And then once this is like this, we can actually rotate these legs on down like so, and then just kind of push these back in. And that's pretty much all you're gonna do for this guy to get him into his spaceship mode, which looks just absurd. So we're gonna take that, we're gonna split this as best as we can, and you can see we got some little holes here that correspond with these tabs here. Finally something that kind of locks into place. So we're gonna take these, and if we can, there we go, plug them on in like this and like this. And so you got this going on, then you just kind of put these guns back on. Oops. Like this. And like this. And then ultimately, this is your combined mode. And to me, it just looks like a lion trying to do the Superman in one direction with a jet strapped to his back. Which is essentially all it really is. If you really want to get creative, I suppose you can flip these around and put the weapons in the hand so he has some rear mounted guns, but yeah, I don't really see much of a point. So to combine these guys is a relatively simple task. We're going to start by taking everything off of Leo here and pulling this on out. As you can see, when we open this up, we got a little tab that's kind of holding these two pieces together a little bit nicer. It's not bad. We'll take this, we'll fold that head on down, and then there's really nothing that the instructions tell you to do with the arms. I personally like folding them up here as best as I can, like so, because this whole piece here just straps right to the back of our wing saber here. And let's give him his saber back. There we go. And we're pretty much done messing with him for now. We're going to come back to this little piece, split this, fold that gray piece back on in here on each side. And this is always the part that confuses me. You kind of take this and you fold it on down here like so, and it should peg in to the foot down here if you did it right, and you just kind of keep the foot wrapped around to the side like that, which is just a little strange if you ask me. It doesn't really look all that good, but yeah, that's how you do it. And then to prepare him for his feet, you flip these and you plug them in. And honestly, when you've got this combined mode, I think he looks a bit silly because he needs some bigger arms to go with his now bigger feet. We can give him this silver gun now, because might as well give him some good firepower here. And then you take these red guns here, and what they actually do is plug in on the top of the Victory Leo backpack to give him some shoulder cannons. And I think, I mean, overall I think he looks pretty good. I just think that the added height of the legs just makes him so leggy that it's hard to kind of take it really seriously. Zoom in here. I do like the added effect that the wings add here. You do have a little more hindrance of your articulation because the shoulders of Wing Saber now hit the wings of Victory Leo. But what can you do? When we go back to our size here, with them combined, we can see now we're much bigger than, you know, Last Chance and starting to catch up on Optimus. But overall, these guys are a really rather expensive set of toys, and they don't really do their stuff very well. Like you can see, the sword just really doesn't want to stay on, and they have very limited articulation, and they're just so expensive. I really can't justifiably say get this. If you see the KO I suppose it's worth picking up. The KO couldn't transform into the full jet mode, but as far as I remember, it did combine completely. So if you really just want this, just pick up the $6 or $10 KO. The Robot Master is really not worth it. I'll be interested to see what they do with Wing Saber when they are... Is that his name? I think so. Wing Saber, when they do the Masterpiece version. I think that'll be pretty cool, because I love Masterpieces. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next week.